How to go about doing the shadows underneath or on top of your words underneath. So this word that is in the foreground here on top of stop is the O's casting a shadow here on the S, the N on the T, and this T on the O. So you'll have to look at your own words, how you position them. So here, the T, the O, and the P, the I, and the N. These are all going to have shadows cast onto them, just like this area here. So let me show you the process for going about doing that. First, you will need to select the face of your letter you're going to be applying the shadow to, and we need to expand it, the fill and the stroke. And that's important, and I'll show you why here in a second. Next, you want to get your pen tool, press P on your keyboard, and you want to create the shadow the way it looks like it's being cast on the face of the letter. Alright, don't do a stroke as you're using your pen tool, just a fill. Go back to your move tool, select that shape as well as the letter, then go to your shape builder tool and cut out just that shadow area. Oh, sorry, before we do that, go back to your letter shape, Command C to copy it, Command F to paste it in front. Let's just make sure here. Okay. Then select that letter in front that we copied and pasted, and your shadow shape, go to your shape builder tool and click it out there. Then click off the excess, go to your shape you made, I on your keyboard. And if you already made a shadow, just click on it. I recommend not going full black. And then, in order to get this effect here, so let me show you. We'll click on this shape so you can see. You're going to go to your transparency panel. And you can see here for this shadow shape, I have it set to multiply and 50% opacity. So I'm just going to select this shape, eyedropper tool, and click on this, and it'll apply the same settings. And you can see it looks like a shadow. And it's important that we copy this front letter on top of the green so that the shadow will still show on top of the green. Otherwise, it's going to show on the black, and this will just be straight black. So that's why it's important to do that. Okay, now let me show you why it's important to expand your letter. So let's go here to the E. This has not yet been expanded. Let's say I wanted to add a shadow right here on top of the E. If I now go to I'll select that, as well as my E, go to my shape builder tool, and I'll click here, because that's where I want my shadow. And you can already see what has happened because this has not been expanded. Now I have the black stroke, right, which I don't want, filling in that area. So essentially what has happened is I have cut out of this E shape, and the stroke, not being expanded yet, has applied to the cutout area. So that's why I need to expand it, so that this stroke isn't continuously applied into the shape that's been cut out. Okay, so you are going to do that for all of your letters that need a shadow. So for this O, going to select it, expand it, and copy it, and Command C and then Command F. All right, I need this O shape on top in order for it to work correctly. And then for the O, same thing. Create a shadow area that looks good and appropriate. Select that, shape builder tool, cut it out. Because I've already created these settings, all I have to do is get my eyedropper tool and select it, and it will apply it. There we go. Though that doesn't look like a really good one. I think I'm going to want to redo my shape there. In that case, I can delete that. And I would need to delete that. And then I can just go back to my old copy and then Command F, paste in front, and try it again. One last thing I want to show you is how to change the color. If I haven't already, this will just be a reminder. I have my tiger stripe here. And down here, I have a different colored version. Just remember, in order to do that, what you need to do, select the vectored shape that you've made, and you need to expand it, and then you need to ungroup it as many times as necessary. So now I have all of these shapes as well as just the back colored shape. So I can just click on that back color shape and easily change it to a color I want. And selecting individually these striped areas by holding my shift button, I could change the color of them as well. Okay.